Hi. I feel so weird doing this right now. Kind of like I don't want to, which is why I'm doing it. I feel this dirty call to the light. What does that mean? Why do demons have to be bad? Like, why does Satan have to be bad? Like, why can't Satan be God? I mean, why can't the two of them, like, work together? I have one of those moments. I just watched some dude going on about God and listening to God and trusting God and damn witchcraft is I don't know, man. I mean, I feel like it's like so polarizing to just get stuck down one way. What if demons are only bad because we tell them that they're bad? Like, I don't know. I like them. Let's summon a demon together. I feel like... See, but ever since I was a kid, I'm not saying that I was not a believer. I would claim to not believe, I guess. Not that I didn't believe that there was a heaven or a hell, but I wanted to go to hell. Like, I've just always wanted to go to hell. Is that weird? It's like that. It's like that's like it's like that saying, like, rather serve in hell than rule in heaven. Oh, that's not the saying. Well, I don't want to worship God. I want to be God. Like, why is that a problem? I don't understand. I'd rather not have someone telling me what the fuck to do. Just be able to trust my own self as God. And trust that I'm not going to point myself in the wrong direction. That I've never pointed myself in the wrong direction. All drugs. The mischief. I don't know, it's just like... Like, there's a thing. There's a place right there. There's a hair cuttery place right over there, right next to me. Walk by it all the time. I always feel like I'm being stared at. But I don't think it's a bad thing. Because I look at it like this. Well, at least I have something good to look at. You're welcome. But, I mean, at the same time, like, ever since I was a kid, I always thought I was working with the devil. First time I went to church, the first time I remember going to church, because my brother was being christened. My mother wanted to have him christened. So while the parents were all learning about the process of, well, my mother wanted to bring God into our lives. She wanted to be a God-loving family and try out church. I fucking hated it. I hated it so much. I don't like going in those places. Like, they're just grimy. I feel like I lose all my power. That's how I used to feel. I fucking hated going into churches because I would even say it. I'm losing all my powers when I come in here. I go now. Like, I'm going to go tomorrow. But that's also because I believe that my existence is complete heresy to the church. And by going in there, I corrupt it. But I remember when all the parents were taken to one way, they took all the older kids. Like, any of the parents that had older kids, like, they brought us all into a room. And they started teaching us about the power of God and Jesus. And he explained to us how bad people go to hell. But as soon as he said that, I got fucking triggered. He triggered the shit out of me. And I was just a fucking kid. But, I mean, you have to know what kind of kid I was. But as soon as he said that, I just got this feeling of disgust. And I looked over at my sister, and I said, he's just trying to scare us. And I think it was that night, or not soon after, I went home, and I decided to say a prayer to Satan. Yeah. You could have my soul. Just make me immortal and beautiful. I want to grow up to be beautiful and immortal. I got my wish, I think. I like looking at myself. Hi. But even as I grew older, like, it was always there. I never talked about it with nobody. Like, oh, hi, Satan is my personal Lord and Savior. He wasn't, though. It's like, that's the thing I like about Satan. Spiritual Satan, not this like atheist, and the atheism. Not this atheistic view of Satanism, where you deny and ignore any aspects of a higher intelligent force. It's there. I've seen it through synchronicities and life experiences and even internal experiences too. Yeah, there's a higher power for sure. I know there is. Talk to it. That's what brought us here. That's what's making me do this. But I live in an upside down reality, where up is down and left and right is left. Oh, we're back in the center. So I don't like putting labels on it though. Like, I say Satan, and God, because they're familiar. I think it just I'm in the labyrinth again, but See, but I also see Satan as more Lucifer. I mean, they're kind of the same thing, right? No, they're not the same thing. Why? I mean, you trust the stories. You trust the stories. You don't trust anything out there, but you trust the stories that a book tells you that came from out there. I don't understand that shit. Well, I mean, I guess the book's a guide, really. I mean, it's not like I haven't read the Bible. Not in order. There's parts that resonate with me more than others, but at the same time, like, I see it differently. Like, I'm not. God is like, I see how I define God. The word God, the name God, it's a title, spiritual title, I guess. It's a spiritual title for a force of nature that is waiting for you to define it. God's undefinable. No, that's not true. You define it. What's God? I'll throw Satan in there. Satan's a product of God, so God is Satan. Maybe not 100% of God is Satan. Maybe there's a lot of other things involved in it, but there's Satan in God. And it's not like Satan doesn't have a good side either. Like, there are benefits to embracing the power of Satan, I think. And demons, especially demons. Like, demons are like some of the best teachers ever. See, angels like want to wipe your ass. See, I'll go to the light side when I want to get my ass wiped for me, and I do. Like, it's not that I don't work with those. It's one of the loopholes of salvation is that like you get to work both sides of the field. There's no you shall never embrace the dark side. It doesn't say that. Embrace it. I love the dark side. Like, I was working with a demon last night. Fallen angel called Ozzy, right? For those with the intellect to fucking and character and ego to contain it, it shares a lot of amazing insights. But at the same time, if you're weak and don't have the mental, spiritual, emotional capacity to deal with it, like, they'll fucking break you down. I remember what I was reading was how easy it is to fall into this mindset of madmen who think that they're kings and popes. And even Jesus. And I was reading that, I got triggered because I'm like, holy shit, they're talking about me. Not that I'm Jesus. Why the fuck would I want to be Jesus? He took one for the team. There's no Derek and team. There's no Toxic and team. Derek and Toxic are a team. But no, I'm not. I wouldn't want to be fucking wasting that shit, wasting my life just so a bunch of fucking monkeys can what? Shit all over me? Get called a fucking make-believe? Do you know how annoying that is? One of the hardest things about being a witch, satanic witch, a witch that works with Satan. There's no such thing as a satanic witch. Fuck yes there is. I was reading this book on witchery by this lady, Silver Ravenwolf. How to ride the silver to ride the silver broomstick. And she gets down with like explaining different classifications of witchery. And it gets to satanic witch. There's no such thing. What? You're just saying that to make people feel better. Of course there is. The thing that working with Osi did for me was, I had to look at those parts of me and go, holy shit, am I being delusional? What's going on about how delusional thinking and this and that? But yeah, of course, you're supposed to be living delusionally. If you're not living delusionally, you're living by someone else's rules. Why the fuck would you want to do that? What is it, this idea of serving? Why does everybody want to be a slave? Gotta save humanity, gotta save people from themselves. I'm a dark motherfucker. I let the light in from time to time. I try to balance it out. I mean, I go to church. When I go to church, I look at it as like a dark work session. Because you can go there. God's a fucking masochist. God and Jesus, they're masochists. They fucking love that shit. They thrive on fucking suffering. So I give it to them. I let them see the dirtiest, darkest. I look around the pews and I imagine just a giant blood sex orgy going on. People getting chopped up into bits. Watching God and Jesus jerk off to it. God and Jesus in a circle jerk. The spirit. The spiritual equivalent of a circle jerk. I mean, I don't think they have... I don't know. I mean, they hate it when I go there, though. Sometimes. I remember the last time I went to church, I was just so sickened. I was just so disgusted by it. I went to 2 different churches that night. I went to God's church, and then I went to the Church of Witchery. Which also kind of made me just kind of turn in my stomach. Makes me happy that I don't spell witch the same. See, I define myself as a witch because of what it represents to me, which is a defiance against God. Fuck you, you can't control me. I'm sovereign. My soul may be tethered to the light, but it's also tethered to the dark. So I see... Man, I don't ever come back here with these shoes. I see the light side as the dark side. That love and light shit. You know, why is it so wrong to embrace fear and anger and hate and rage? Fucking piece of shit, I hate you. Oh my God, I hate you so much. It's just like the very fucking thought of you just like makes my stomach cramp. Ugh. I hate you. Please fucking die. God, in the most horrible way. Let there be a purge night. I think that would be a fun experiment. Make it a purge night. You want to test the power of God and the light? And you know what? Let's do a purge night. Fuck that. Let's do a purge week. It's worldwide. Everything's shut down. Total blackout. But we won't tell anybody that we're going to turn the lights on after about 10 days. And just let people just do whatever the fuck they want. Because you know what would happen? All that light side bullshit would disappear real fucking quick. I think. I believe that. But At this point in human history, the human organism is just a fucking an animal that's running on programming. You turn off its source. You turn off the lights. They're gonna turn into fucking monsters. And you see how much fucking God is fucking behind those people then. You'll be fucking seeing people eat in the streets after a couple days. What do they say? Is like society would shut down in like 10, not even, within a week. If society ever shut down, within a week, people would be fucking eating each other on the streets. I think it would be a lot quicker than that. They're already eating each other. I'm not even talking about the clandestine humans that actually eat people, but good, honest people. God, he was a pillar of the community. I never would have thought that he was eating and raping and using children bodies for fucking to make a suit. And you got this huge movement of people that fight tooth and nail against darkness because it's so evil. Demons are bad and they're trying to corrupt you. Yeah, it's called fucking give back what you get. You get what you give. The same thing with like narcissists and empaths. Everything, it's just like you're doing exactly what you said the other guys are doing, and you're actually worse at it because they're not going all over the place going, oh, this person's fucking narcissist. How many times do you see a fucking empath or narcissist come on and go, these fucking empaths, why wouldn't they just let us fucking feed? We're fucking starving. You know where this fucking narcissist empath culture came from? From denying all the fucking blackness inside yourself. I don't want to see that part. That was bad. Well, from one perspective, yeah, but from another perspective, it's good as hell. I've been working on this project for... When did I start that? Less than a year. But the idea behind it is to transmute the 7 deadly sins into 7 virtues. Which is when it kind of dawned on me. I kind of went down this big rabbit hole. And it kind of clicked in my head, like, there was a time where the 7 deadly sins were actually seen as virtues. Otherwise, God would never have said, don't do it. And when you look at I just got done with the Book of Enoch, which was fucking amazing. It's a prerequisite to the Book of Giants. The giants being the Nephilim. I like saying it like that. Overemphasis on the E. That's not even there. But it's like, the more I learn about them, because there's a part of that that's inside of me, like, that loves violence and fucking blood. When I eat red meat, I get horny. Like a perfectly cooked piece of blood meat. Oh my God. I used to say it was my caveman side, but no, that's my fucking vampire side. It's delicious. Like, even thinking about it, my fucking teeth want to clench. But the stories you hear about those guys, I'm not saying to bring back all the orgies and blood rape and destruction and all that shit. But don't fucking hide from it. Fucking own it, love it. Yes, there's a part of me that wants to fucking rip someone's guts out of their stomach and then hang them from them. Not unlike what the All-Father Odin did to the god of chaos, Loki. Do you know what Odin did to Loki? as punishment for not killing his son. They fucking gutted his 2 kids. They gutted them and then used their intestines to tie him to a rock. They gutted them right in front of him. Then pulled out their intestines and tied him to a rock, and then put a giant viper over his head that would drip poison into his eyeballs for all of eternity. What's that for fucking mercy? Meanwhile, I'm sorry, but last I checked, it was Hod that threw the fucking dart, not Loki. Oh, Loki an apology. Oh, Satanist apology too. Oh, an apology to the guy that's just like, I don't feel like bowing down no more. I don't feel like fucking taking orders anymore. Like why do I have to follow your instructions? Why can't I lead myself? I think Satan is like the ultimate archetype of leadership. Because one, I don't give a fuck if you follow. Why should I care about you? I have me I have to worry about. If you can take something away from me, hey, good. That's great. Spiritual bony points for me. Brownie points. Yeah. Go me. Because you know what? It's like sometimes, and this is the way. Sometimes everybody is just following the leader until someone else stands up. Everyone else is waiting for someone to stand up and go, no, I'm done with this shit. Absolutely fucking done with this shit. Enough. Sorry, I'm having visions of Uncle Hugo. Yeah, destruction. Yeah, war, killing, death. It's fucking beautiful. Decay, death, blood. That's wonderful stuff. Like, you deny that part of yourself, you're literally starving a piece of yourself. That's why I love horror movies. I actually that reminds me. I have to re-up my subscription to Shudder because I need to watch a fucking horror movie. I need to watch something with violence, with fear, with anxiety, people suffering. Just something to feed that part. That's why that kind of art exists. It exists to feed that part of you. Or me, at least. I don't know. If nobody else is going to use it the way that I see that it was meant to be used, so be it. I don't give a fuck. Doesn't matter. But no, I mean, I love a pretty tree. I love a pretty tree. I love a pretty lady. I like having a good, thoughtful, intellectual conversation. Not everything has to devolve into violence. I'm not a violent person. I don't like violence. I don't like the risk to my person. That's why I like watching simulated violence. Real violence is like, why do we have to do that? Why do we have to be animals all the time? Why can't you take the animal and the other aspect and kind of mush them together? Like human beings, what are human beings? Human beings are a crossbreed between reptile and mammal. Very unique. And then we got that human side too. Higher thinking. Different thinking. How about that? Instead of higher thinking. He who sits on high. How about he who sits over there? Yeah, I believe in the higher powers. And then at the very center of the universe. No, I'm the center of the universe. At the center of the universe is God, and it sits right It sits right inside of me. Because all the universe, see, I keep on forgetting that too. This is the problem with living in a human society, is because everyone's like brainwashed to think that things aren't the way that they really are. I was having this argument, not even an argument, because I don't even argue, I just have fun with it. It's like, I look up at the sky, I see the sun, moon, and stars rotating around me. Which tells me, if everything's orbiting around me, then this is all mine. Which is exactly what Satan was trying to tell Jesus, but Jesus didn't want to hear it. Jesus wasn't having it. Why? What if he just said, okay, I'll take it. What do we do? What do you want me to do? Keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing a fantastic job, because you may not take it, but somebody else down the line is going to take it for you. Me. Right? I mean, we're all in a safe space here. Hell Daddy Satan. This isn't a joke. I'm not, like, Heavenly Father and Hell Daddy. But they're the same fucking guy. Trust me, when my father was alive, when I was younger, and my father was alive, I saw both the devil and God within that man's eyes. And what all the shit that was inside of him is inside of me as well. And I feel it's fucking raining, man. And I feel like when he died, blessed be his name, that when he died, like, it left it up to me to do what he didn't have the balls to do. Because he felt it too. He just didn't really talk about it. He alluded to it a couple times when, oh, those are all bugs. No thanks. No. I like coming to the woods. Come on! Fucking buggers. I'm a little deluded from yesterday. I had this higher self channeling session last night, which was fucking amazing. Oh my god, it was so good. And I think I got to meet the woman of my dreams. No regrets in that at all. I'm riding my train. I'm riding my train, man. Like, this idea of the light being the only way, antiquated shit. You're going off a 2,000-year-old book. I mean, there's evolution in there. Like, if you go through the Old Testament to the New Testament, like, there's an evolution of God. God evolves. And what are we supposed to... Like, why can't God evolve more? To encapsulate both sides. I mean, I read a book like the Satanic Bible, and there's spiritual meaning in there for me. Like, I find it. Like, there's deeper meaning into it. I mean, I've never fucking met anybody who actually sees it, but for some reason I feel like there's this idea that Satanism isn't supposed to be spiritual at all. Like, you can't have a spiritual Satanism. There's a thing as a spiritual Satanist. Of course there is. I've been working over the past 5 years independently to redeem demons. I work with Mammon. I don't worship Mammon. I don't worship anybody. I worship myself. And I'm selfish as fuck, but I'm not selfish to the point where it's like I'll go out of my way to fuck someone over or anything. But even if I do, I see it a completely different way. This is divine fucking justice of some sort. Because if it's not, something bad will happen back to me. Because you get what you give. You put a curse on somebody, you're going to get a curse put back on you. But at the same time, every curse is a blessing in disguise. You just have to be able to see it. Like last night, my session. Part of the reason I did it was to cleanse myself of this spell that a gypsy girl put on me. Like literally, she told me, like, you have to say that you're not going to work with another spiritual advisor besides me. Okay. So last night, I really wanted to work with this girl. And I even told her, I'm like, Gypsy told me I can't. But I'm going to do it anyway. So yeah, the curse was that I met the woman of my dreams. Yeah, you know, that may be the most I ever see of her again, but God, it felt so good connecting with somebody like that. Because, and I could see where the curse came into play, because I have another lady friend that's very special to me, but I started to realize last night, like, whoa. Okay, well maybe she was just an evolution. She was just there to help me evolve so that I can find this one. Because this one is showing me what I actually want, what I really want. Like there's, holy shit. Holy shit. I've been put in in female form and she's right there. This is amazing. Actually, twice this week I was introduced to ladies that I'm like, what? They make you? They made you so that I can meet you. Thank God. Thank you, God. Thank you, Satan. Thank you, everything in between. I just got this idea that I need a book on curses and hexes again. Why? So I can put them on myself. I love cursing and I love hexing, but I like doing it to me. I hope you get hit by a car for real this time. I hope you have to spend the rest of your life living at your mother's. I hope you never get to have sex again. And if you do, I hope it's the worst sex that you ever had. I hope you never get to have enjoyable, awesome sex again. I hope you gotta eat shitty food and constantly be worried about money. I hope so. Please, God, let this happen to this man. He deserves it. I hope you do get cursed with immortality so that you have to suffer in this hellhole forever. Give him what he wants. Give him all the rot and the filth and the gook that he wants. Because that's what he's asking for. Ah. So mote it be. God, make him have to get another fucking job. That's what I want for this motherfucker. Give him a job that he hates. You know what? Have him go back to Hugo Boss. Oh, and I want someone to put me down, put me in my place. That's what I want so bad. To be put in my place. Because I want to be wrong. I want God to send a scion of justice, truth, and life to come and smite me. That's what I'm cursing myself with. Ah, fuck, God damn it. Run from your fear. Run from everything that scares you. Run from everything that you want. Yeah. You know how to win in life? Play life to lose. Put as many detriments on yourself as you possibly can. What do I see for myself? Misery. Misery and suffering. I love misery. I love to suffer. Like, I was thinking about this before I left the house. It's like, I love suffering. There's that part of me. I love it. I love suffering. Why do I love suffering so much? Because of what comes out of it. That's Saturn and Jupiter working together. The greater the suffering, the fucking juicier the reward is. I'm thinking back to all that pain I used to feel. Oh my God, I love it so much. I'm so grateful for it. So happy for it. This week is going to be a bitch too. Because right now we're in a very special time of year. It only happens 12 times a year. It's a 6 to 7 day period, 6 to 8 day period. And it only happens once, 12 times every year. Each one is unique. And it's a transition from the third quarter moon down to the dark moon. It's where we sink to the lowest. I am in such a bad, shitty fucking place right now. I love it. Because I know, just from following patterns, because the brain has a way of putting pieces together that aren't really there. Connecting dots that don't exist. But working with the moon and working with the elements and working with the fucking forces of nature, I've come to learn that you gotta go through it to get out of it. And this week period, this is where it's like you gotta let go of all the stuff. Like last night, after my session, I had this the girl, she sent me a voice message because at the end of my session, she runs over to the window and she's like, "There's a rabbit and a crow," and she runs out over to the window. She's showing me, and there was a fucking rabbit that was run over in the street, and this crow was eating it. Then these other two little rabbits were like trying to save their friend, and then she started crying. But she later messaged me because she went out and said that she had moved the body out of the street, but that its head was like its head was pretty much run over, and its stomach was bloated. Now, see, where we come from, there's a message in there. If you can see it, and it's not, hey, rabbits should look both ways before they cross the street. The message it said to me was, this is a no-brainer. Drop the dead weight. Drop the dead weight. Because that's what's holding you back. And I know exactly what it meant. It said, this is the first day of your life. This is the first day of your life. Everything behind you doesn't even matter anymore. Where do we go from here? I won't go down that way. And that is the perfect segue into that's like the perfect segue into this coming week, where it's like what's going through his head? What's going through my head is how these last 3 weeks, how do you work with moon cycles? Moon cycles are pretty easy to work with if you understand them. They start as dark, they come up to the light, and then they come back around again. They come looping back around again. It's like a roller coaster. It's like a loop-de-loop of ups and downs. And I've just managed to synchronize, well, I'm working on it, to synchronize. Well, I think this is a big step right now that I'm seeing this, is that when you, maybe that's what I should do, teach moonology. That's a good idea. What does this new moon mean? It means you're going to go through some shit. You're going to go through some shit to come back out the other side. Because these past 3 weeks since the last new moon, I've been working on I've been working with Mia Magic and my sisters on this money and abundance ritual. We started at the new moon. We started off on the new moon, which was the second new moon in Aries, by the way. Very rare. First is the worst, second is the best. And as we were coming up to the new moon, or full moon, one, I was letting go of all the shit that needed to get let go from the past so that we can get to the peak. This past week, I've been kind of integrating everything that I had to go through. All of the deep, dark shadow work that I had to do over that first week. The second week was kind of like, all right, let's get the rest of the dust and debris off. This week has been, oh my God, I have a boner for life again. And now this week, I believe, and I could be wrong, but we're gonna test this theory out, is that everything that I've learned over these past 3 weeks, culminating in yesterday, is trying to show me to use all of those new superpowers that I've turned on to clear out all of the shit. To clear out all of the shit and grime and gunk that's really holding me back. Because you gotta let go in order to receive. You can't, as my Ivory brother told me, like you can't be catching a coconut when you're holding a rotten watermelon. Like you gotta let that shit go. It's gonna get a little dirty, it's gonna get a little messy, but do you want the coconut or do you want this fucking thing? Now mind you, we ain't talking about how you're gonna get into the coconut yet, but we'll worry about that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So my thing started back when, this was years ago. This is about like 5 years ago. And I was finally like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's stop fighting this thing and just let it out. What happens when I just let my crazy fucking come the fuck out? Best fucking choice of my life. Stop treating it like it's bad. You see visions? Start embracing them. Follow them. Inside voice tells you to make a left instead of a right. Fucking take the left. Doesn't mean you're not going to go right again. You keep on going to left, you go in circles. That's why you gotta switch it up from time to time. Actually, this gave me an idea. Well, to be the light in the dark and then be the dark in the light. And we're in the light half of the year right now. Man, I wish there was people smart enough to fucking understand this stuff. Well, yeah, because at this... God, people don't know how to work with nature. Thanks, witches. I love witchcraft. I love witchcraft. We did sex magic. You do sex magic on yourself, though. Like, you're fucking yourself. Thinking about all those delicious things I'm going to do with my life. I jerk off in the mirror. I jerk off to myself jerking off. Explicit warning. Sex magic, fire magic. Fire magic's like fucking rage and anger and having passion for something. Ugh. Even now, my brain's like, why are you talking to these fucking monkeys? I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but... Well, sometimes it's just talking about it helps get it out, you know? So I have to indulge that part of myself that wants to fucking bathe in the fucking blood of virgins. And don't be fucking judging me because of it, by the way, that I said that. Because everyone's got it in them. Everyone's got a fucking inner Nazi in them. It's normal. You fucking hide from it. That's what society wants you to do, is like hide from your darkest, ugliest aspects. Meanwhile, the ugliest aspects of you are probably the most beautiful. How about that? Like in my head right now, I hear a bunch of pigs being slaughtered and squealing and crying out for help. And not the oinky kind. As my friend Jesus once said, "Throweth not your pearls before swine, for they shall trample them with their hooves, and then turn to rend you." Because people are assholes. And when they're not smart enough to fucking see something, they try to attack it. It brings me back to that video of the Antichrist. It's like, where it says, like, the more that people deny the power of Satan, the stronger that he grows. He being he who isn't the Antichrist. Because, and you know why? I can tell you why. Because Satan's telling me. God is telling me. My heart's telling, my soul, my spirit is telling me. My inner demons are telling me. Everyone, even the angels are telling me. Because if there's no one that's going to fill that void, if no one's going to fill that void within themselves, then the void will find someone else to fill. Who actually is open to it. Who isn't like going to run away and shy from it and go, "Oh, this is bad." Yeah, it's bad, but bad meaning, not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good. Run DMC. Gotta have a little devil with your angel. Balance things out. No, I'm not gonna go out. You can't go out and start fucking slaughtering people. That's illegal and that's bad. It's wrong. But you can do it in your head. I do it. I'm doing it right now. I'm talking to you, but in my head, there's a fucking slaughter fest going on because I trust I'm not going to lose myself to it. There's a really good book. Existential Kink. And what that book taught me how to do is how to indulge my inner narcissist. The part of me that lives down in the core that loves to see me suffer. And I just tell it, I love it. Give me more. Give me fucking more of it. Oh my God. Dial it up. Love that. Ugh. I mean, if you're not gonna give, if you're not gonna give hugs and kisses to both sides of yourself, then you may as well just fucking give yourself up to whatever. Yeah, wait for Jesus Christ to save you. Wait for God to save you. I think people have been waiting 2,000 years for that. They didn't even get the message. They didn't even get the fucking message. Don't forget to push like and subscribe. How about this? Push dislike and don't subscribe. Do not subscribe to this shit. Do not like it. Unlike it. Because this is all horseshit nonsense that doesn't make any sense. Double negative. Well, it makes sense to me. Because I'm a free thinker, man. You got these people that try to convince you on what's right and wrong. What's wrong is letting someone else tell you what's right or wrong. Like, Gnostic Jesus, like, yo, beware of those motherfuckers telling you to look up, the kingdom of heaven's up there. Because you look up there, once you look up there, then they're going to be like, nah, it's not up there, it's over there. Like, what? I thought it was there. Oh, it's there? No, it's over there now. Where? There? Yeah, I know, he's talking about the Pharisees, but the Pharisees is anybody outside of yourself. Not just the Jews. The Christians just demonize the Jews. Do you know that the Christians demonize the Jews in the New Testament? Like, it's the most anti-Semitic book ever. Christianity is just is Islam envy. Because Jesus was a Muslim. Islam existed before the Quran. There were Muslims before there was the Quran. It just took a prophet to actually get up and start writing it down. Yeah, sorry, Jesus was Islam. Christians are just fucking Islam suckers. That's not true. I don't like. But no, don't backpedal. Expand on it.